Now, coming to you live from atop the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's the one, the only, PUCL Podcast.
It's PUCL! PUCL! It's PUCL! PUCL! Pokemon Underground Champions League, oh yeah! PUCL! PUCL.
And welcome to the 560th episode of the PUCL Podcast. I am your host, Trainer Thatch, here today with my wonderful co-host. We've got the one and only Fluffiest Whimsicott.
Hi.
And we've got the sassy, as always, Sublimemanic.
Sleepy Sassy.
Sleepy Sassy, yeah.
Sleepy Sassy.
And welcome to the PUCL Podcast. PUCL, of course, standing for the Pokemon Underground Champions League, a nonsensical name we came up with in 2007, where we talk everything Pokemon, from the trading card game to the video game to everything in between. And I'm here for it. Though this week I didn't do a lot of Pokemon. I played like a little bit of TCG, and I guess I did. I played Pokemon Go. I did Go Fest.
Oh.
I did actually play Go Fest. Right? Isn't that surprising?
Very.
Yeah, I mean, hey, get into it, sure.
Yeah, everybody goes, man, Thatch, you really hate Pokemon Go. And the answer is like, yeah, kind of. But like, but I mean, the game has its merits. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I just don't like, I don't know. I don't like how it symbolized like the split in the fandom at the time. Because like you had a lot of people jumping back into Pokemon through Pokemon Go, but then they like stuck into Pokemon Go and they wouldn't move on from it. And TPCI obviously realized this problem. That's why we got whatever Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee were. Games, question mark. And then
come on, they were games. They may have been a thinly veiled bridge to the Pokemon Go thing.
They definitely
were games.
Yeah. No, they were something. I think that's where my frustration lies with Pokemon Go, more so than the actual game itself. Because like the game's fun. I like it as like a supplement to like my Pokemon fandom. But I wouldn't say it's definitely not the font. It's not the font, right? Like,
yeah, it was like popular enough to create situations where now you have like a Pokemon stuck between generations that you can't evolve in the main series games, and that's annoying. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Meltan specifically upsets me as well. Yes.
Yeah,
I know.
Meltan's a bitch. But I got it, but like, ooh.
Yeah, Meltan needs to like evolve with the Thunderstone. Like it just needs to.
Yeah.
Like done. I fixed it. Then done. Thanks everybody. It went as far as to they actually like, so in Sword and Shield they introduced evolution moves, like moves you gain upon evolution, and Meltan and Melmetal have that programmed in.
Oh. They
have that programmed in the game.
Oh.
So like if Meltan was to evolve into Melmetal, it learns like Thunder Punch or something.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's just like, why? Why do we just not do that, Pokemon?
Yeah. It's stupid. I don't know. Every time I hear about these things that are programmed into the game, and there's clearly like some intention behind them coming out at some point, and then they don't. Like, I'm still waiting for Azi's Floette.
They always on such a like tight ship schedule for the next release. They ain't got time. Okay, that's what they said.
Where do they get like what happened to AZ's Floette? I don't understand AZ's Floette, honestly.
Floette, I don't know. Turtle Ruin, we'll never see it.
Yeah.
There are a lot of other weird things that happened in that generation though. Like Gen 6 had like a lot of like they were obviously preparing for like the next thing in Gen 6 too, because if you look in the code of like X and Y, like Mega Latios and Mega Latios are there. And they didn't come out until Oraz. And
Oraz has a reference to Azi's Floette.
Yep. It's weird.
So,
It's weird. I don't know. They definitely like future-proofed a lot of things, because I imagine I imagine it might be there at this point just in case they do decide to like kill off Pokemon Go or something, which I don't see happening, because I imagine Pokemon Go is still pulling in massive amounts of money. And honestly, it's because their monetization's crazy.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's not bad. It's not bad though, honestly. Like if you think about, you go to the movies, you spend like $13 on a movie ticket. And let's say I wanted to go like do a weekend of raids and with remote raid passes and stuff. I'd pay $13 for raid passes, and I'll have probably as much, if not more fun compared to going to the movies.
That does sound like a much healthier use of your time and money.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's how I feel about it when I would spend money on it. It's like, well, like I'm spending my Saturday like with people I like.
Yeah.
You know, like it is a fun activity. So I would do,
And you get to walk around. I mean, I do agree it's probably healthier, yes. But I still haven't seen the new Thor, so I need to do that.
Do you, though?
Needs a strong word, but like, do I want to see it?
You're going to go do that.
It's kind of like Pokemon. I want to watch them all. And
I got over that with the MCU a long time ago.
I'm not quite there, but I'm getting closer every day. Every single release, I'm getting closer.
It's interesting. Yeah, Marvel's really been falling from like glory.
Yeah. A lot.
It's been interesting to see.
I could go into that, but that's not what this show's about.
Well,
No.
I'm saying that as someone that works with like young people too, and it's been interesting to see.
Yeah,
they're more into Stranger Things. Get into it, okay?
Stranger Things is fun though.
Yeah,
Stranger Things is fun. I don't know. Have you guys done anything fun, interesting during the past week or whatever? How long?
Well, Pokemon related, specifically Pokemon related. I tried out the new Unite map.
Oh, I haven't tried that yet. Is it good?
It's cool. Goodbye Zapdos. Goodbye Dreadnought. Like, it's different.
Wait, have they replaced it?
If you lose Rayquaza, yes, they've replaced all of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they do different effects when you defeat them. And I think it's a lot healthier because, like, losing Rayquaza doesn't automatically mean you lose.
Oh, thank God. Because that was probably Zapdos was fun, but at a certain point, you're just playing until Zapdos, because even though you're losing, just in the hope that maybe you could snipe it from the other team and hopefully come back and win. I don't know. I haven't tried yet. I'm excited to try it. I'm very excited to try it. So is the old stadium just gone then? Like, it's just gone?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
I think there might still be the little mini version of it. Quick matches, but yes, it's gone.
No, that was my question. I didn't know if they were going to keep both around for a little bit and like it was like a...
I mean, maybe they'll like cycle them based on like however long one's been in like use, but you cannot use it right now.
I'm okay with that.
I am too. Yeah, change it up.
Yeah, I'm into it. Change it up. I would like to have multiple maps so that you could just like they do, like they do with the quick matches where they cycle the maps every day.
Agree, but I do also think it needs to be cycled less frequently if you're doing ranked around it. So like maybe choose the map of the Battle Pass season. You know?
Yeah,
we'll see.
I like that.
They might. You know,
that's a good choice. That's a good choice, actually.
Yeah, but there's a lot more experience on it too. Yeah, I think there's more Pokemon on it overall, so you can get more experience on your team faster.
Oh, you can feed faster. That's nice.
Yeah. If you have multiple like multi-stage evolutions, they get there faster. I feel like
that's good. Yeah, I think that's been like a big problem I've had is that I'm bad at feeding.
Yeah, good changes, and it's got all the Reggies doing different things, so that's nice.
Man,
they can be on the top, and they are a lot harder to fight off than a Rotom.
Yeah.
Also,
man, yeah, I gotta play now.
Yeah.
Gotta play. It sounds like a good Monday activity since Monday's a holiday.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Wims? Anything you do fun?
Honestly, like just a few random battles. It's become like the thing I do like when I have 5 free minutes. I just do a random battle to like reset my brain.
Oh, random battles on Showdown.
On Showdown, yes.
Well, that's just because you're just so high up on the ladder.
No, I'm not. I play so casually. Like, I did get to 1800 a few times, but then I just dropped down to 1500 again because I don't care all that much. I'm not trying. I mean, I'm trying a little bit.
Very that. After a certain age, you know, like,
I will not touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, it's too much effort.
Honestly, it is, though.
I can understand.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
I can understand that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm literally like I was gonna play some TCG this week, and I played a couple matches because like I want to stay like fresh so I can
relevant.
So I can jump into like a few regionals this year, and especially since like locals aren't coming back until probably 2023, which is very upsetting. But the meta is just like kind of dull, so I'm kind of just waiting for the new set to come out, which does come out this week. So I'm very excited about that. I'm gonna buy a booster box and probably crack it on stream, and we'll have a good time with that. Yeah, I'm very excited for the new set because the new set has come out with some like new toys, so we'll see how it goes.
Good.
Yeah. I'm very excited for that. But yeah, let's kick it on over to the news. There are a few things that happened this week, so let's cue that epic music.
Live from the Lavender Town Radio Tower. This just in.
And welcome to our news segment. We have a few things to talk about. I think most notably is that a new Pokemon was revealed this week by TPCI. I did like the way they did it. Mm-hmm. They just had some paintings and some pictures that were brought to you by some Pokemon named Grafai on their Twitter account and their social media. So it was kind of cute. And then they later on revealed them like 2 days later. Grafai is a poison normal monkey. He has 2 abilities, both Unburden and Poison Touch, which is kind of cute because like both of them are like okay. Unburden probably more so, and it resembles Stitch. It took like a whole week to reveal it, so I don't know. It kind of feels like Impidimp a little bit.
Yeah, they also did something similar with like the wildlife cam approach to the thing.
Except they didn't make us watch a 24-hour live stream for like one Galarian Ponyta.
They learned their lesson.
Thank you. That was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, move over, Smeargle. That's what I've been saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting. It is just Smeargle, but a monkey.
But also like edgy. It's like edgy Smeargle.
Yeah, and it like paints with its finger instead.
Finger painting.
It finger paints. Yeah, Grafai is all kind. I don't know how I feel about it. I guess it's a Pokemon.
I don't feel about it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel though, right? Like, it's just. So yeah, it's definitely fun to look at. But yeah, we didn't get much other than he's a normal poison type, which is weird because they do this occasionally where they just slap normal type on things. This is a new type combination technically, so.
Yeah. Honestly, I think the most interesting part of the reveal trailer for me was, hey, Scatterbug is in Paldea. That means I get to collect all the Vivians again.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, I'm pretty sure that like the missing 60 for sure are there in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
They had better be.
I think the missing 60 will be there. I also think that any of like the 200 Pokemon that were in Sword and Shield are probably there as well.
That would be nice, honestly.
I think I don't know if they'll be in like the base decks, but they'll for sure be in DLC or whatever. All right, so let's move on then. Sword and Shield news.
There's a mystery gift code where you can get Ash's Gengar for the next 2 weeks. I'm not going to try to spell it out on the show. Just go on Cerebi on Twitter. You're going to find it.
It's also on our Discord in the news links.
There you go. Thank you. And then Series 13 has begun, and it's a free-for-all. You can pretty much do whatever you want except, I think, repeat Pokedex numbers.
Yeah, it's species clause, but then everything else can come.
Yeah. So we have a few statistics. In singles, Marshadow is doing very well. Melmetal and Victini have made it into the top 20, and Jirachi and Magearna are barely in the top 30, and people were very worried about Magearna.
I'm not worried about Magearna in singles.
Exactly.
It's in doubles.
But in doubles, Magearna is like in the second half of the top 10. Zeraora and Victini are in the top 20, mostly because Zeraora just, pummels Kyogre into the ground. And Melmetal is chilling in the top 30, which is nice. Melmetal gets to do something finally.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about the mythicals. I'm more worried about the fact that you're allowed to have more than 2 restricted. I think that's the thing that worries me more.
I'm just not playing on card right now, so I don't care.
Go play your limited set of anything goes. Yeah, live your life.
Yeah,
this is pretty much what it is, and they're purposely not having any tournaments during this either. So
yeah,
it would be kind of.
It would be a mess. It'd be a mess. But Sublime, tell us about Unite. There's so many things.
Mew is out. Mew came out yesterday. And the new stage is live. Is it Thea? I don't really know how we're saying it. But
you can get get Mew for free though, right? Like
you can, but there's like a little quest you got to do for it. You got to do some things, but it's free as long as you do that. So get into it, people. Get it while you can, because it's cool and it can change its moves a bunch of times during battle, which is nasty. in a good way.
It's interesting.
And then the legacy, very, right? You can change it up as you need to. And so then you have the Legacy Trainer Showdown event starting Friday, and it's going to last for a month, and you can get Leon's outfit from it because we haven't pushed him enough.
Leon's the best trainer ever until he gets beat. But...
I mean, what's he going to use? A Charizard? You'll have an easy time for once.
Wow. So a quick side note.
Yeah.
I don't like Unite, but this choice of naming like the Theia Sky Ruins. Do you know what Theia is supposed to have been?
No.
I don't.
So Theia is the name of the theoretical planet that crashed into the Earth to form the moon.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, I like that.
That's really cool, right?
And it's the Sky Ruins, yeah.
Exactly.
Cool.
It's much cooler than Remote Stadium, I will say.
Yeah.
That is cool.
It's a lot cooler.
All right. For us in the TCG, like I mentioned during the intro, Lost Origin releases this Friday, September 9th. I am very excited for it. Cool things such as... Like, the thing is, like, I'm going to break a booster box, and then after the booster box, I'm going to go buy everything else I need. Because, like, I have a list of cards already, because I'm like, oh, I just got to get a play set of like, Giratina V and V-Star, which are big names. Hisuian Zorg V and V-Star, I have to go get those. And then the other one is Kyurem V and V-Max, which is exciting. It's just better Ice Rider. It's just better Ice Rider, so you just go get those. So, like, I'm essentially breaking a booster box, and I'm just going to go get those cards, like, immediately afterwards. Just find out how much they cost and just put them in the cart. Because I can't wait to play those. And then maybe eventually one day I'll be able to go back to League. I started going back to League, and then my wife is finishing her master's degree, and her classes ended up being, like, right when I go to League. And so somebody has to go home and, like, make sure the dog doesn't, like, sit in the house alone all day.
And that the cats don't, like, destroy the world when you're not looking.
The cats don't care, but it's mostly the dog.
Cats would destroy something when you looking. I just,
So unfortunately, I couldn't keep going to League. So one day I'll go back.
For now.
Exactly. Yeah, for now. But we'll see. I'll go back eventually. But I want to go buy these cards because I have a feeling I'm going to play one of those decks when it comes time for Arlington. So I'm very excited for that. All right, we'll talk about Go.
Okay, we are contractually obligated to.
I mean, it is kind of excited. They finally got to...
I kind of like this, actually, yes.
These seasons have been really good. I'm going to give Go credit here.
Yeah, actually, they like have storylines.
Yeah, it's great.
And I appreciate it. Okay, so the Season of Light is here. And it's focused on Cosmog, and there's going to be special research added each month. And for this month, we have 3 events outlined. The first one is the Psychic Spectacular. It goes from the 6th to the 16th of September. It's going to also have Mega Alakazam, Shiny Elgium, a lot of stuff. Exciting. And then you have the Test Your Metal event from the 16th to the 21st. And Fashion Week from the 27th of September to October 3rd.
Fun. There's more coming this week as well, and I think Sublime gets to talk about that.
Yeah, we got the Clefairy Commotion, which is an event happening Saturday evening from 6 to 9.
It actually ties into some, like, Japanese festival for the moon, by the way.
Okay, yeah, it's like the Witching Hour, probably. I'm into it. That's cool. And then also Deoxys is available in the raids with a raid day on September 11th from 2 to 5. And then the 2 weekly raids following Deoxys have not yet been announced. And also Metacham is the research box this month. So
yay!
Go do that stuff.
Metacham and the research box is actually pretty good. It's like one of the best. It's like one of the best competitive Pokemon in Pokemon Go.
Okay. I see.
Yeah. The PvP is both, like, simple but also semi-complicated. I don't know. A lot of it just depends on how much you are willing to dive into min-maxing it. Because I don't know that the min-maxing gives you that much of a difference, but it might.
Okay.
And as always, we've got Puckle's Poke Prediction, PPP. Part 1 of a terrestrialization trilogy. What typing do you expect to be the terrestrialization that you see least often used in competitive Pokemon?
Ice.
Ice.
It's ice.
Ice.
It's gotta be ice.
I don't agree. I don't agree with that. And I'll explain why. Mostly because
Please do.
If Terrablast didn't exist, I would agree with you.
Okay, so you think it's gonna be normal?
I don't think.
I don't even know. No, I don't think it's gonna even be normal because I can see normal happening to like.
Yeah, normal gives you a ghost immunity.
Yeah.
You know, take something with a with a quad weakness to ghost.
I'm trying to think about what Pokemon is like terrible defensively and terrible offensively, and the answer is probably grass. Like I don't see you switching to grass, becoming a grass type.
I think you switched to grass before ice. It has useful resistances.
Yeah. I don't,
and it's immune to like powder moves and stuff like that.
I think you could just slap on goggles if you're worried about that instead of wasting your terrestrialization.
I'm like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of things have ice type coverage, and no one wants to add that many weaknesses and have no resistances. Literally, it makes you mono ice. That's terrible.
I think if Terrablast didn't exist, I'd agree with you. I don't believe.
I don't think that's enough to carry it. I really don't because the whole thing about like when you would run Hidden Power Ice, right?
Yeah, no, this is just nerfed Hidden Power.
You didn't have to change your type.
But
you didn't have to change your type. I don't think it's worth changing your type to become an ice type in most scenarios.
I think it depends on which Pokemon show up, honestly, but I can see a world in which Terra Ice makes a comeback only because.
I mean, maybe on something hyper offensive.
I mean, maybe if they let Landorus into the decks.
Yeah, once Landorus is back, I expect to see it. I expect to see it 1,000%.
I don't. We'll see. We were literally joking about like, okay, Landorus turn into an ice type. Yeah, like
against the other Landorus, and then you can take that Terrablast pretty well. Okay, defensively. Just saying, throwing it out there.
Could have been a water type and had more resistances and fewer weaknesses.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have been able to Terrablast the other Landorus. We can just agree to disagree, and that's fine. I just don't agree that it's ice type.
Well, I don't think it's grass, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I definitely see, like, utilization for grass.
I can see it being grass. I can see nobody needing to be a grass type.
Oh, there's going to be some grass type.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be some ice type.
I'll see there's more grass than ice. I think there's going to be more grass than ice. We'll see.
We should keep a chart. All right, well, I think that's going to be it for the news segment. We're going to kick it on over to Puckle's Poke Quiz, where we're going to quiz your co-host on their insane Pokemon knowledge.
Hello and welcome to the Poke Quiz, the part of the show where we quiz your co-hosts on their insane Pokemon knowledge. I'm Professor Snag with the rules. The co-hosts are working together as a team to answer 5 Pokemon-themed trivia questions that you, the listeners, have submitted on the Discord server. Each question is worth 1 point, with Pokedex and multiple answer questions worth more, for a total of 7 points. The hosts can use a free hint at any time. If they get all the answers correct without using the hint, they can cash it in for an 8th point.
And welcome to Puckle's Poke Quiz. We've got our questions today, and thank you for that introduction. We are going to jump right into it. Our first question today is going to be from Gus. What is the most common type among Mega Pokemon? I.e., what type has the largest number of Megas?
Okay.
Let's see here. Is that counting primals? Primal reversions? Can we add one more to water and ground and fire, basically?
I mean, I guess you could.
My question is,
it wouldn't help you.
Are you counting, like, Charizard twice?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good question. So Charizard does count twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's,
Same would go for Mewtwo.
Okay.
Oh, Mewtwo counts twice, too. That's a good point.
Ooh, okay. I'm seeing a lot of flying types.
I feel like maybe a lot of fighting types, too. Yeah, flying, fighting, fire, all the Fs.
There was a few dragons, not that many.
Oh, you know what? Dragons are always very common, and I feel like a lot of them, well, not a lot, but like some things get the dragon type. Sceptile did.
Yeah.
Right.
Sceptile and Ampharos. Altaria kept it.
You know what? Now that I think, I was like,
Garchomp.
then you got Garch, you got one of the Charizards, yeah.
One of the Charizards, that's a lot.
And then Mega Rayquaza. Mega Ray
so we have Rayquaza, Salamence, Ampharos, Altaria, one of the Charizards.
Zard, Garch. Yeah, like, oh my god, it's probably Dragon, right?
I think Dragon might be up there.
Yeah.
What else could it be? Because flying, I'm counting like... Oh, and the Lati. It's definitely Dragon.
And you're right. It's the dragons. It's the dragons.
Yeah.
Both Latis. You right.
Yeah.
You right. Yeah, it's got to be dragons. Which makes that checks out. They would do the most dragon designs.
Yeah.
Are you locking in Dragon?
Unless we want to spend like 2 minutes counting them all out to see if we're
like,
sure.
do you want us to spend all this time measuring each one we can think of for like all the times we can think?
Nope.
I think Dragon is a very fair guess.
I think it's a good choice. Yeah.
Dragon is unfortunately incorrect. It is the number 2. It is number 2.
Okay.
What has more?
With 9. Psychic. Psychic type. Psychic has 10 megas. Dragon has 9. So Psychic has Alakazam, Slowbro, Mewtwo X, Mewtwo Y, Gardevoir, Medicham, Metagross, Latios, and Gallade.
Oh, right. The Lati count for those as well.
Yes.
Dang.
Yeah.
You did try to help us by reminding us that Mewtwo counted twice.
Yes. But that one has 10. Dragon has 9 though, so like you guys were very close to getting it right. Unfortunately, that doesn't give you the point.
Well, unless we're getting 9/10 of a point, that doesn't mean anything.
No, that's not happening.
What is that saying? Horseshoes and then something else?
Yes.
And hand grenades.
Grenades, yes. All right. Your next question is going to be from Batista. In Pokemon Gold and Silver, what 2 lines switched version exclusivity when the game was localized into English? This actually happened. For a little bit of background, when the game was localized, they had version exclusives like in Gold version and Silver version. And then what ended up happening is 2 of them ended up switching for no reason. They took a Gold version exclusive Pokemon and made it a Silver version.
So from Gold into Silver. From the OG Gold and Silver to Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
No.
From the
Japanese
version to the Western one.
Yes.
Okay. See, why would we know that? Like, why would we have any reason to know that?
I had actually heard about it, and I thought it was more fair than the other question that was on this. So,
okay, well, I know what a lot of the exclusives were from that, but I couldn't tell you which one switched.
Would you please list
Definitely.
them out?
It was the bugs, so Spinarak and Ledian.
Wasn't that?
Okay, there was Skarmory and Gligor.
Maybe, I don't think so.
Vulpix and Arcanine. Growlithe.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm running out of things to think of. Ho-Oh and Lugia.
Okay.
No.
Was there a water type something? Like, no?
Well, the only Gen 2 water type thing, it was Wooper, which everybody can get.
And it was an exclusive. Okay. So, what about, so stuff like Markrow wasn't exclusive, right?
No, I don't think so. Because wait a minute.
Magmar
Was it?
and Delectabuzz, were they in the games? Were they exclusive?
I mean, they would have been in the games because you could go to like Kanto
from Gen 1.
Yeah, if nothing else.
They weren't exclusive. Magmar was also catchable
also,
in the
Magmar,
Burn Tower.
I think was like in the in the
Burn Tower. Yeah.
I never finished the Gen 2 game.
I am disappointed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Things happened. I was of a certain age. Okay,
yeah, understandable.
And I had a tiny brother who overwrote my save file.
That's terrible.
Kind of.
Awful.
No, he didn't overwrite it. He just played a bit of the game and then saved. But I didn't experience that part of the game. And I'm very particular about certain things, and I was like 19 by that point, and I was like, okay, whatever, keep the game. Anyway, I think,
you know what? I'll make it multiple choice for you, right?
Multiple choice is nice.
I'll give you the list of version exclusives.
Okay.
And you can tell me which pair got flipped.
Okay.
I'll give you a couple pairs. So we've got Growlithe and Vulpix, like you already talked about. It also turns out that Meowth and Mankey were also version exclusives.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Phanpy and Teddy Ursa were version exclusives.
That's a version exclusive, yeah.
And Skarmory and Mantine were version exclusives, and that's what I'll give you. There are more, obviously, that you listed, but I don't want to give them all for sake of brevity.
So...
Interesting. Very interesting.
I want to say it's one of the last two.
I'm inclined to say it's Skarmory Mantine because that changed from the OG Gold Silver to Heart Gold Soul Silver.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with that. I have a vague memory of water type being involved, which is probably wrong.
That
but
checks
it's the only
out.
thing
Well, maybe
have,
it is because that's the only thing that seems like different that they changed from what I'm aware of. Because I know it used to be Gligar in old school, but that's before they added Gliscor. And Mantine makes more sense because it has parity with the 140 defensive stat.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go with that one.
That is unfortunately incorrect. The answer is actually Phanpy and Phanpy, I should say, or Lenny will get upset, and Teddy Ursa.
Oh, okay.
They actually got switched. Nobody knows why. It just happened.
That's
weird.
Like, I don't know why I would know that, so I don't feel bad.
Oh wait, which one is in like okay? Because one of them is like gray and the other is golden. So maybe I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yep.
Whatever.
Yes.
Weird.
All right, you're 0 for 2 so far. Your next question is going to be your Pokedex entry question. This one is going to come from the trivia maestro himself, Liger. Its Omega Ruby Pokedex entry states, this Pokemon prefers to live an unfettered existence in which it can do as it pleases at its own pace. Because this Pokemon eats and sleeps whenever it decides, its daily routines are completely random. Who's that Pokemon?
Well, it sounds like
slacking.
Yeah. It certainly sounds like something in the slacking line. I would like to say Slakoth, but I think we both agree on the line. So whichever one of the three you want to pick.
I feel like slacking,
okay.
Whichever.
Yeah, let's go with slacking.
It's a 50-50.
Slaking and all of its line are definitely incorrect.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the next entry is going to come to you from Fire Red. Its Fire Red entry states, the favorite of trend-conscious female trainers. They are used in competition for their style and fur.
Style and fur. Could you repeat the first one?
This Pokemon prefers to live in an unfettered existence in which it can do as it pleases at its own pace. Because this Pokemon eats and sleeps whenever it decides, its daily routines are completely random. Who's that Pokemon?
Could you repeat the second one as well?
The favorite of trend-conscious female trainers. They are used in competition for their style and fur.
Okay. It sounds like a cat of some kind.
Something with fur. I was wondering if it was a dog or a cat. Yeah.
Yeah. So it really speaks of a cat to me, even though cats are like very routine-bound creatures. But
could it be like maybe Meowth or Persian? Because I could see the pretty
Persians,
like the hot people would use Meowth and Persian. I can see that.
But yeah, or the Skitty line.
But it's Fire Red Leaf Green, so would it have
Yeah, it would have all of them because of the net decks.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if they were in the decks because that was a weird situation.
I feel like I'm leaning more towards the Skitty line, but if you want to say Meowth, I'm fine with it.
I mean, Skitty's okay. We're already 0 for however many, so like, I don't care.
Okay.
The Skitty line, is that what we're going with?
Yeah.
I guess.
It is Delcatty, so I'll take it. You guys are 1 for 3. You guys are doing great. There we go.
No,
we're on the board. You're on the
doing
board.
better than 0.
You are on the board. All right, so your next question is your multiple answer question. And as always, you can get up to 3 points here. And you know what? Because you guys are 1 for 3 at this point, I'll even make it spicier. You guys can get up to 4 points here.
Oh.
1 point for each answer I get. This one is from Boarchy. In Generation 7, the Tapus received signature Terrain Surge abilities. In Generation 8, other Pokemon received them. What non-Tapu Pokemon / Pokemon lines receive Terrain Surge abilities?
Okay.
Pincurchin,
Pincurchin.
Indeedee,
Yeah, there you go. Okay, go off.
Indeedee, Rillaboom,
Yep.
and
Yes.
Galarian Whizzing. Is it Galarian Whizzing that has Misty Surge?
I don't think so, because it has a different ability.
No. Well, it has...
It has the, like, the neutralizing poison or whatever.
What has Misty Surge?
A fairy type.
Well, yes, I would hope so.
You know what? Maybe it was Weezing. It just had two different abilities, right? Like
Whizzing has neutralizing gas.
That's the
and
one.
Levitate, and I think Misty Surge is a hidden ability.
Well, there you go. It's so weird that it would
think.
have a hidden ability because, OG Weezing is like, you just keep Levitate. That's all you get.
But now
you know
Whizzing
what?
gets
I
neutralizing
believe
gas
it.
as well.
I
So-
believe it. You know what? Yeah, I can't think of any other fairy they'd give it to be honest, so.
Galarian
trying
Weezing
to
is
think of one,
correct.
Okay.
Well, we know the other three are correct. I'm confident about the other three.
Yeah, so that's 4 points. You guys are 5 for 4 back in the game.
Okay, back in. Thank you. That's nice.
All right, so your next question is your base stat question, as always. And this one is going to come from Cyber Monday, spelled with V's and letters that shouldn't be there.
Okay.
What electric-type Pokemon has the lowest base speed stat of any electric-type Pokemon?
Well,
Rude.
Pincurchin
I don't think anyone
isn't
was
very
concerned
fast.
with. I don't think anyone was concerned with like the lowest. Everyone wants to know the highest.
Okay.
But no, Pincurchin
so,
is not very fast.
No,
It's
not
a great
at all.
choice.
But I don't know that it would be the answer to 2 questions, but it's certainly not very fast.
The questions come from different people, so that doesn't mean that they're going to be related or non-related.
Okay, so...
Observe each question in a vacuum.
Okay. Because honestly, I'm having trouble thinking of something slower.
All I was thinking of was Mareep when I think like slow electric stuff, but I don't think it's that slow. Like,
Mareep is pretty slow, though. Like, Ampharos is really slow.
I get that Ampharos is slow, but it's not like the slow. Is it the slowest?
I don't know.
I don't think it's the slowest. I think Pincurchin's slower, but I'm like, what if there's something else that's even slower?
Well, I'm trying to think of, is Stamfisk is not slow. It's pretty fast. What about Chinchou?
Chinchou's not that slow.
Okay. I
It's
still
like,
think
it's not fast, but it's not slow. I think
Pincurchin should be the
Chinchou
slowest
means
because
T-Tar.
it's like an animal that almost doesn't move.
That's Lantern, I guess. I don't know Chinchou's. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
I like.
I feel like, especially because when they added the Tapu abilities, they put them on decidedly worse Pokemon.
Yeah,
because they're like, we don't need like we need like legendary stats on these. We need them on like generic stuff. That's what they said. So I could see it. I think it might be Pincurchin. It's just a pin.
I'm willing to go with the little sea urchin.
I think it's slower than Marie, but I don't know what else would be slower.
Pincurchin.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Yeah. Pincurchin is correct with a base speed stat of 15.
My god, that is lower than I thought it was.
The next 4 slowest electric-type Pokemon, you didn't mention any of them, by the way, are Alolan Geodude with a base stat of 20.
Oh, right.
That makes sense.
Yamper with a base speed stat of 26.
Did not see that coming. Did not see that coming.
And
he's a fat little boy.
And Stunfisk with a base speed stat of 32. But yes, it was pretty nuts. You guys got 6 points today, though, because you came out ahead.
Because you were a generous overlord.
No,
yes,
no, we just played by the rules. We played by the rules, okay?
It's just points. It don't matter. It's fine.
It's going to matter when you find out when I read the score.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it's going to matter.
I'm going to tell you something, Sublime, that's going to make you...
I'm at 29. I don't care.
You're almost correct. In first place, we've got a 2-way tie between R Sigma and Sublimemanic with 28 points.
Oh, 28.
my goodness.
Okay.
In third
We just
place,
say we won. I'm not going to be on again in time.
in third place, Sigma hasn't signed up either. In third place, we've got a two-way tie between Seth Vilo and Linian with 22 points. In fifth place, we've got a two-way tie between Shark Finnegan and Whimsicott at 18 points. In seventh place, we've got Claude9 with 13. In eighth, we've got Mark with 12. Shamu's in ninth with 7. And Jushiro's in 10th with 4. Everybody else has yet to get on the board. So with that, you'll just have to tune in next week for more Puckle's Poke Quiz.
If you're not on the board, just wait till it's over.
Yeah, well,
Just wait till it's over.
Well,
just
the
like
reset,
push back a week.
the reset is going to the reset's going to be at 40 for the next round instead of 30 points. It's going to go to 40.
There you go. There you go.
So yeah. All right. On that note, we are going to kick it on over to the topic. We have another review this week from iTunes from Boy Jeff. Amazing, 5 stars. I just started listening this year, but I've loved it ever since. Well, thank you for that. And if you would like to review us wherever you listen to the podcast, we would really appreciate it. It would help us out. On top of that, you might be able to be right on the show. Well, until then, we're going to kick it on over, guys, to the topic. And welcome to the topic. Our topic today is going to be top 5 fairy types and bottom 5 fairy types. Welcome to the monthly episode we do where we take a type and we look at all the Pokemon and we decide which are in the top 5 and which are in the bottom 5. The way this works, for those of you who haven't listened to this type of episode before, is we've got a list of every single Pokemon line that has a specific typing. This week is Fairy. So far, I believe we've done Rock, Poison, and Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Fairy is the next in our sights this month. And we're going to go ahead, each take a turn at proposing with one another a top 5 and a bottom 5 pick. We all have to unanimously agree on those picks or before they're added to that final list. And at the end, we will do like one more plead case for an honorable mention to see if any of them get in.
Mm-hmm.
Without further ado, I'll get started. I want to introduce, instead of a top 5 right away for fairy types, a bottom 5.
I was going to ask, you want to do top or bottom first? What you got?
Bottom, I want to put Mr. Mime.
I was going to suggest him if you did. I don't think anyone disagrees. Put him there.
I just don't think anybody can disagree with Mr. Mime.
I was like, what are the bottom? Then I'm like, it's Mime. It's got to be Mime.
Yeah.
I just don't think anybody can say, like, Mr. Mime goes on the top. Like, he's just creepy.
Although he's really good in Unite this patch, fun fact. But he's still the worst. Still the worst.
I don't know. Like, Galarian Mr. Mime was such a weird choice, by the way.
Mm-mm.
There's nothing really redeeming about it.
No.
I think I'm more disturbed by the fact that it got fairy type than ever anything else. Like, I think from the retcon, it is the weirdest one to have received fairy type when we got the fairy type retcon. And so, I mean, yeah, it's an easy bottom. I think an easy top in terms of Pokemon that benefited the most from gaining fairy type is Azumarill, because well, honestly, it was huge power, but I think Azumarill is a good top 5.
Listen, I love Azumarill, but is it top 5? Like, I would say I like it, so I'm going to vote for it, but I don't know if it is. That's just my bias. I'm going to let it be clear.
I don't think it makes it into the top 5
really?
for me.
Oh, man.
Well,
okay.
like, is it based on just competitive, or is it just like,
yes.
like
Exactly.
iconography?
Anything. It can be anything. I don't care. This is our top 5 list. It can be whatever we want, okay?
Okay. Yeah, like, I love Azumarill.
I think Azumarill's fun in Unite. I think Azumarill's fun in competitive. I think getting fairy type made Azumarill a not trash mon.
An icon, yeah. But I don't know. Like, I'd put it there, but I don't know. Let's table it, because we might think of 5 more deserving, but I like Azumarill. Like, I would be against it.
All right, well, we'll move on then.
I would be against it. Yeah, but I think it's a contender. Yeah, sure.
Well, we'll let Whimsicott go then and propose to.
Yeah. I would argue that one of the top spots should go to Alolan Ninetales.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Easy.
I agree. Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah. She's an icon.
You know what's worse about Alolan Ninetales? Is that I think it is probably the definitive version of Ninetales.
Yes.
It's the damn speed. Why did they do OG Ninetales that dirty? Ugh.
Honestly, they should have retconned or something. Is they just never gave it psychic typing like they should have. Because, like, that was the whole idea, was that it was essentially like a psychic-type Pokemon.
A ghost, or ghost would have been really cool, too.
Ghost would have been good, too, yeah. So, like, some secondary typing on the Ninetales, on OG Ninetales, probably would have made it a little bit more distinct. But they decided, it's just Growlithe again, but a little bit worse.
Yeah.
And that's the detriment of Ninetales.
Yeah. I mean, Drought helped. Like, Drought put it on the map.
Drought helped,
yeah.
but then we gave it to Torkoal, which is way better
Yeah, I know.
at doing Drought. But Alolan Ninetales is it's very good.
It does a lot of things. Yeah, it's really
It's
good.
like-
and
Yeah.
it's just like, it's like the iconic, like, when
Yeah.
you think of,
Exactly.
variants, Alolan Ninetales is one of the first ones you think of.
I
Yeah.
know.
Exactly.
No, it's so good that, like, or Alolan Vulpix, at least, is so good that it's the only Pokemon that's not evolved that's getting a V and V-Star in the TCG.
It's also the only Alolan form in Legends Arceus.
Yes.
Like,
It's there because regular
Yeah.
Vulpix isn't fun, okay?
exactly. Like, literally name a more iconic Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an icon, completely. Top 5. Gotta be there.
That's probably even almost number 1.
Yeah, it could be.
It's easily there, yeah.
It's like a new take on a classic that
Yeah.
made it even better.
Yeah.
It has its own little gimmick, but it's not overpowered by that gimmick. It
Yeah.
has like possibly the most beautiful design of any Pokemon ever.
It's a solid top.
It has a unique typing.
It's a winner. It's a winner.
Yep.
It's great. It's
I
just
agree.
great.
I agree. All right. Well, do you have a bottom candidate?
Ooh, yes, Gramble.
Okay, yeah. Granbull shouldn't be a
That's
fairy.
fair. I don't dislike Bramble, but it's just like,
Meh.
you're there.
Yeah. I agree. It's Granbull's like whenever I'm thinking, I need like a fairy type on a team when I'm doing team building, and then you type in fairy on the list
Yeah.
of it to like pull up the list of all the fairy types, and you see Granbull, and you're just like, oh, I forgot you're here. And
Yeah.
it's mostly because if fairy's such a good type that it's really hard to give it more physical prowess than it already has with just play rough. And Granbull really
Mhm.
needs something else, right? Like if it had a little
Mhm.
bit more in its like physical move pool to take advantage of for fairy, I think it would go really well. Or some kind of secondary typing, something like that. Like I think Granbull would have even benefited from the Wigglytuff treatment, where when it got retconned, it still kept normal type.
I think that would have been more interesting, definitely.
I think that would have been better for it overall.
Yeah, I agree. Give it a double edge or something.
Yeah. Yeah, well, just stab double edge even. Like just having stab normal.
Precisely, stab
Yeah.
double edge would have been.
Yeah, just having stab normal type moves on Granbull would have been a big help to it being a very physically oriented Pokemon, and then becoming fairy type, which is a primarily special oriented type.
And then you get the one physical move, and it's not completely accurate, and it's sad times.
Well, they do it on purpose
Yeah.
because if not, fairy's
I know.
fairy's already like S type too, like an S type.
Got a lot going for it,
That's
yeah,
type,
but it's
yeah.
got a lot
Yeah.
more going for it on the special side.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Generally,
I agree with you. Yeah, no,
There's exceptions.
It's poor Granbull just being trash. Like poor guy.
Maybe in a Trick Room team someday, somewhere, but not today.
I remember being really hyped for Snubbull and stuff, like in the Gold and Silver anime when it first dropped. Then, I don't know, I feel like my love for that line just died when it became fairy type.
I feel like it's been forgotten.
Yeah,
It's been forgotten. a
I
little
just
bit.
never liked it in the first place.
I liked it. I liked it before it was fairy type. I liked it as a normal type. I thought it was
I
cute.
like it as a Snubbull more than a Granbull.
I will agree with
It's one
that.
of those ones I like the original design more
I
than the
agree with that.
evolutions design.
There's a couple of those for me. And this is definitely one of them.
Yeah, that's fair. I have I have one I want to recommend both top and bottom same time.
Oh, what same Pokemon? You just think it's
Okay, yes. Well, no. Here's the thing. I'm gonna sell these as a pair,
Okay.
but I wanted both in both spots anyway. It just so happens they're related.
Okay.
Diancie for top and Carbink for bottom.
Oh, I see. Okay, so I'm not against Carbink on the bottom, only because Carbink isn't that exciting of a Pokemon.
It's not, but Diancie is. It's
Kind of,
also
yeah.
the only Mega from its generation.
Yeah, well, that's for a lot of reasons, because they didn't want Megas coming from Gen 6, because they really wanted to highlight old ones.
Exactly, but that makes it even more iconic. It's the only Colossian, added Mega.
That's true.
I think I'm okay with both of these because I mean Carbink isn't bad. It's cute. It has something that it does, but there's not a lot of fairy types, and some of them have to go on the bottom.
Yeah, I don't dislike Carbink, but I feel like it's at the bottom.
Yeah, and I would argue that Diancie and Mega Diancie together
I
are
agree.
a spot on the top 5 because what is great about it is the shift it gets competitively speaking.
I love how it's typed.
When
Its stats
you can
would change.
choose to not Mega in the beginning. It's a great Pokemon. I remember using it very, very fondly.
One of my favorite megas, one of my favorite designs, one of my favorite fairies. I was like, yes, Diancie, you are that Pokemon. And Carbink, you could never. But you're not bad either. But
Diancie is what the box art legend should have been, I think. I don't know, like I feel like Xerneas and Yveltal were just kind of letdowns, mostly from a story standpoint, right?
I really like both of those Pokemon.
Honestly, I was going to propose Xerneas for another top spot.
I don't know.
I really like it.
I would not suggest that. But I don't disagree that Diancie's amazing, and I wouldn't be mad at it being on a cover.
I like Diancie better than Xerneas.
Also, not incorporating it into the, like, Diamond and Pearl remakes. Huge waste. It's this gem. Like, hello.
No, let's not talk about that.
I'm just saying.
Let's not talk about that.
Oh, right. Yeah, just Diancie and Carbink. There you go.
Okay. So it's I get to go top and bottom. So top. I mean, this might be like a little controversial, and yeah, I can totally see why you guys wouldn't agree with me. This is Thatch. I really like Florges.
Ooh.
Because to me, when like Fairy type came out, I was looking for like the first pure Fairy type Pokemon that would be introduced, and Florges is like the first full line that's just pure Fairy type. Granted, it should also be Grass type, in my opinion, but that's a different story.
But it's probably better for it, if we're honest.
Oh, it definitely is better for just being pure Fairy. It's 1000% better off. But I think it's like it's definitely undervalued. But like even when you play X and Y, when they like Dexio and Sinnoh stop you and they're just like, oh hey, let's tell you about the Fairy types. Like the first one they want you to catch is just a Flabébé.
A Flabébé.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just have such good memories of Florges. Just being like, I think it's not a super great Pokemon, but it's really cool in terms of like, if I were to think about what a Fairy type Pokemon is, I think Florges. I don't think Clefable, I think Florges.
Okay, so I think, yes, for me, one of the top spots is definitely between Florges and Clefable. And I would say that I'm okay with giving it to Florges for a couple of reasons. One is
we're tired of looking at Clefable's face.
Well, I'm not because I love it,
Rude.
but I understand the sentiment.
I
understand the sentiment. And so Florges has, like, it gets to be different colors, which is really cute. And it also is somewhat integrated into the story of the game that introduces it.
Yeah.
With Az's Floette. So, yeah, I think it can go in the top 5.
Yeah, but I feel like it's the whole line.
Yes, of course. Yeah, this is the whole line. This is the whole. It's not just Florges. It's Flabébé.
That part, because like the Floette, but the Eternal Floette, though, you know, it's got that going for it. It's got being like the first fairy you're introduced to going for it.
Yep.
Like collectively, I think that all puts it there. Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so it's really hard picking bottom.
It is.
It's actually really hard to pick bottom here.
It's a good type.
It's just because there's so few of them. Right?
And a lot of them are likable.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's one that is not in this file yet, but
oh yeah.
I hate it.
If I have to pick one like I don't like, I guess maybe All Creamy.
Oh no, it's so cute.
Like, I mean, you could disagree with me. I just think All Creamy compared to the rest of them, not as fun.
I don't care about All Creamy.
I really like it, and I really like the gimmick of the collection with the colors and the sweets and the stuff. And Milcery is really cute.
You can veto it. We can move on. That's fine with me.
Like it.
Let's table it like we did with the Zoomeril.
Sure. All right.
Sure, we'll table those. All right.
So, Whimsicott, give us a top and a bottom.
Ooh, okay.
It's hard to fit just 2 more tops. There's a lot of great fairy types.
Exactly, it's really, really hard.
Fairy's really hard because I think all of them are like solid almost, except for like the 3 that we picked so far. We picked the 3 bad ones,
except for Mr. Mime, honestly.
Yeah.
Like even Granville, like I'm not mad at.
Yeah, and I don't hate Carbink.
Mr. Mime, I'm a little offended by the fact that I got Fairy type.
Yeah, he's the only one.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to make my pick based on the fact that some of these may very well end up on another top 5.
Okay.
Because they have another typing. I honestly think Sylveon should be in the top.
I don't disagree. I just feel like selling out if we do it.
Okay.
But it's good.
But
let's table. It's a contender.
We can't table the whole list.
Well, we can compete. We can say, okay, who's getting it? Azumarill, Sylveon, or who's the other one we're like tabling?
All creamy, but I put that on the
Or
bottom.
all creamy. Well, I mean, yeah.
If I had to pick between a Azumarill and Sylveon, I'm picking Sylveon in terms of fairy types because it's the one that they used to introduce the type with.
It's the newest Eevee evolution. I mean, the art with the Hydreigon is so beautiful.
That art with the Hydreigon, I still haven't been able to find like a poster of that, by the way. And so if anybody can send me a link to it somewhere, I would buy it.
Yeah.
Because that was my favorite thing. Just remembering how Hydreigon was so oppressive in Gen 5, where it literally set on a Smogon page, there are no counters, only checks. And
That's so Gen 5.
Yeah, that was Gen 5 meta was bad. And they knew it. I mean, fairy type was literally crafted to be anti Gen 5 meta. Like that, because if you look at all of the things that fairy type is super effective against, Dragon, Dark, well, for both the
Fighting was big too.
Fighting was really big. So it was just like, yeah, we're super effective against all the things.
I don't think Dark needed it, but that's fine.
Dark got it because Hydreigon was Dark. That is why.
Yeah.
That is why.
Yes.
No, that's why. I'm convinced that is the reason.
I don't think it's Hydreigon specifically, but yeah.
I'm
bitter because I love Dark too.
Yeah. I would vote to put Sylveon on the top 5.
I would vote that as well.
Yeah, I'm down with it.
Okay, let's do it. Let's put Sylveon there.
I'm down with Sylveon. Yeah, you gotta have Sylveon.
Let's put Sylveon there. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Flesh feelers, yeah.
And then on the bottom, and this pains me somehow. It really pains me because Enamorous is my girl.
I was gonna suggest her too.
Enamorous Therian is ugly AF.
Yeah.
Like, Enamorous is my girl, and I'm okay with her being on the bottom as well.
Yeah,
I feel that.
I can't disagree with that at all, actually.
Like, I want you to specify that it's the Therian form.
The Therian.
Yes, it needs to be there.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Yeah, the turtle. Turtle.
It's really bad. It's really bad.
Yeah. It's not great, is it?
No.
It's not great.
You need to name it Snake. Snake needs it.
Oh, Snake?
Snakey. It needs a name for the snake.
Oh, man. All right. Well, Sublime, you get a top and the bottom.
Okay,
now.
I feel like this is a slam dunk, but maybe you guys disagree. Gardevoir.
See, the reason I didn't say Gardevoir is I think it might be a top 5 psychic type.
Okay, but I don't think it will be a top 5 psychic type. And here, let me tell you why. Let me tell my argument for Gardevoir.
I agree with that. I actually agree with this from Sublime's perspective. Continue, though.
Okay. Gardevoir is only relevant because it got a fairy type.
Yes.
Otherwise, it would be crappy, like Hoenn-era Alakazam that no one would blink twice at.
Yes.
Okay.
And then they gave Gallade a second fighting type as an alternate evolution, and that's really cool. And then Gardevoir was even worse.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh great, now I don't even have a second type to compete with. I'm just here as like a boring psychic Pokemon. And then they gave it the fairy type, and she is an icon. She is in everything.
So I'll tell you what. I will take it, but I want it to be Mega Gardevoir because that dress is the thing.
Well, I feel like if it's Gardevoir, Mega Gardevoir is included. Yeah.
Yeah. Gardevoir and Mega Gardevoir, they're a package deal.
And if Gallade ever gets on a top 5, it'll be for its added fighting type, not for Psychic. Because
I agree with you in that, like, Psychic is, in my mind, their secondary typing at this point. It's not their... It's not,
fair enough.
They're Psychic first, but it's the fairy that makes it, anything.
I agree with that. We can put that on the list.
And that hurts me because there's so many good fairy types we couldn't add.
Yeah.
Like Togekiss isn't on our top 5, and I love Togekiss.
I know. And honestly, I like Tapu Koko, and it's not on the top 5.
I love Tapu Lele, but
I love Tapu Fini.
Yeah. You have a bottom candidate, Sublime?
Oh, this is getting tough, y'all.
I know, it's hard. I put Creamy there, and nobody cared about the whipped cream, and Whimsicott cared about the
you know what? You're right. Maybe, what do I not care about? Like,
Dedenne?
Comfey or
Dedenne?
Klefki? I actually like Dedenne. It's one of my favorite Pika clones. I don't know why.
Klefki's not a terrible decision, but I don't want to do it only so that we can avoid the stereotype about object mons.
It's like, oh, here's some car keys. Like, Comfy is like, why are we using this? Like, why is this like, okay. Slurpuff is good, but I don't like it.
If you're going to choose Slurpuff, I would choose Aromatisse before that.
See, I like Aromatisse, though.
You know what I don't like, but a lot of people think is cool?
What? Whimsicott?
Galarian Weezing.
You know what? I don't like it either, but I also was going to suggest maybe Rapidash for being a disappointment.
No.
Okay, Galarian Rapidash is actually like a really cool design, though.
It is, but I feel like everything else about it is such a disappointment.
You're not wrong.
As a person who was a little girl in the 80s, I will fight you physically before I let you put Galarian Rapidash in the bottom.
That's fine. I want it to be better than it is. Why couldn't it get the Ninetales treatment? It got like the opposite.
Okay, I think, well, if you look at Ninetales, like OG Ninetales versus OG Rapidash, right? I think one of those is definitively better than the other, and the answer is Ninetales. And I think giving it a regional and trying to do something with that is, you can only do so much, okay? You only do so much in the world's
I
work.
just wish they would have done more with Rapidash, but it's okay.
I agree with you because I had hope.
I would have suggested it for the bottom out of like disappointment for what it could have been.
I had hope that was going to be like the Alolan Ninetales of the regionals.
Same.
In Galar.
Same.
I had hope.
It just was not.
Yeah,
It just not.
It just wasn't. Yeah.
You know what we should do? We should just, put Fido on the list and be done with it.
Fido.
I agree with that.
I don't have any
Yeah.
problems with Fido. I have no problems with Fido.
I think it looks like Steven Universe's dad for some reason, and I just can't get over that.
I think Fido is fine. I don't have any issues with Fido.
I just feel like Klefki is like tired. I was like, ugh, you're just car keys.
I mean, we could do Klefki. The only reason
Jingle, jingle, jingle. I love jingle, jingle, jingle.
Shiinotic is a decent contender for that spot. I think Morlul's cute, but maybe not Shiinotic.
I love it, but I see that.
I don't know. I like Shiinotic. It's kind of kooky. I like Shiinotic's kooky spore energy,
I mean, all of these Pokemon are good. I'm looking at this list, and if they're not Mr. Mime...
It's tough. It is tough. Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's the best typing. You know what? Put Mime Jr. in there.
Can we do that? For the poison, didn't we put Croagunk and Toxicroak in separate lists?
We did. No. We took Croagunk out because Croagunk was better than Toxicroak.
Yes, exactly.
I remember that. We did do that for poison.
Look. We have Snubbull and we have Mime Jr. We can fill the bottom 5.
Snubble's fine.
I like Snubbull, but we can put Mime Jr.
There
in.
you go. Just Mime Jr.
Okay, Mime Jr. is making the bottom.
Yeah, why not? It's a cop-out, but who cares?
Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, okay.
We're terrible.
That or Klefki. Or do you want to put Clefable for being a monster?
No.
I don't think I can.
No, it's an icon.
Clefairy's so cute too. I don't know. Clefairy's got like that OG energy too, like the OG Pokemon energy.
It does, and now it's the OG fairy. It's
yeah,
in the name.
It's meant to. Well, it's meant to be so because like they were originally going to make Clefairy Ash's companion in the anime.
Yeah.
Like originally Clefairy.
That'd be so different.
Yeah, Clefairy was originally supposed to be like the mascot of the Pokemon franchise.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird to think about? That's so weird.
It's very weird to think about, and it's also very sad to think about that it wouldn't have been so successful because people would have looked at something with a pink thing and gone, oh, that's for girls.
No, 100%. And also, so Pikachu...
Which is why we got Pikachu.
Pikachu did really well, too, because he was yellow. Like, not even kidding. Because it turns out that, like, at the time, if you look at major franchises that were available at the time and you look at their mascots, there were no yellow ones. With the exceptions of like Winnie the Pooh, but even then he's like wearing a red shirt, so who cares?
Yeah.
And so it was like a huge thing. Like psychologically, people are just like, yeah, Pikachu was a very good choice.
Sad but true.
There's studies on this. It's really weird. But yeah, okay. So for those of you at home, this is what our list looks like, and you can feel free to be upset about it. Make sure you email us next week at puclpodcast@gmail.com to tell us what your list is. But our list in the top 5, we have Alolan Ninetales, Deontay, Florges, Sylveon, and Gardevoir. In the bottom 5, we've got Mr. Mime, Granbull, Carbink, and Amorous, the Therian form specifically, and Mime Jr.
But really, it's just 5 slots of Mr. Mime.
Yeah.
Well, 2 of those slots are 100%. Like I forgot that Galarian Mr. Mime got the ice type over the fairy type, and I was like, can we shove in Galarian Mr. Mime and Mr. Rhyme in here too somehow?
Yeah.
They can definitely be there for ice.
It'll be there for ice and psychic or psychic.
They will be there for ice. Oh, you know what? The bottom list of psychic is just going to be the whole Mr. Mime family. The entire family. All versions.
Yes.
It's gotta be.
We need a bottom 10.
Oh.
Shiny
That's
Mr. Mime.
Yeah. All right. So that's our list. We're going to kick it on over now, guys, to our Pokemon of the episode. We will catch you on the flip-flop.
Poke of the episode.
And welcome to our Pokemon of the episode. Our Pokemon of the episode this week is National Dex number 887, Dragapult, the stealth Pokemon.
When it isn't battling, it keeps Dreepy in the holes of its horns. Once a fight starts, it launches the Dreepy like supersonic missiles.
I will never get over that.
We love it for it.
Yes, Dragapult is also just like a very good Pokemon.
Yes, it is.
It's a pseudo-legendary. Base 600, base stat total 600, and the base stats are like almost all in the right places.
Yeah.
Base HP of 88, not terrible. Base attack of 120. Base defenses are both 75 in defense and special defense. Base special attack of 100, so that's also not too shabby. Additionally, the base speed of 142, which is very unreasonably large.
Amazing.
Yes.
Like, they knew what they were doing when they designed it.
Yeah, and then Ghost Dragon is also just very good typing. Like,
Excellent type.
it's just very good typing.
Really cool.
Access to 6 resistances, 2 immunities. I think you do have like 5 weaknesses, and they're semi-common.
Yeah, but like offensively, it's a very good type.
Yes.
Not a lot is resisting both of those.
Yes, but I mean, so it's a very interesting Pokemon, and it's one of them that can survive in Series 13 right now, because Series 13 is holy crap, just full of legendaries everywhere, and legendaries everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Well, there are plenty of drops because every team's probably got a Kyogre on it. But
Kyogre, yeah.
Well, when the Groudon is out, there's not a drop to drink.
yeah, Groudon is sometimes out there. I think the biggest core right now in Series 13 is still Zacian, Kyogre, Yveltal. Like, you just run those 3.
When it's, yeah.
And then you figure out 3 other Pokemon to go around them. This team that we have today doesn't have the Zacian on it, at least. That's something. So, yeah. Let's jump into this team. This team is going to be interesting. These teams are crazy going through these every week, like we have been for like the past month. These teams are insane.
Yeah. So the star of our show, if maybe not of the team itself, is our Dragapult, and it's a bit of a sneaky boy. It's holding a Focus Sash. It has the ability Infiltrator. It has max speed, max special attack, 4 HP EVs with a timid nature, so it's going to go really, really fast. And it's carrying Will-O-Wisp, Thunder Wave, Hex, and Curse. It's just the most annoying thing you could possibly do.
Yes.
And I really appreciate it.
It's just there for the Hex and I guess possible Trick Room if you really wanted to. With the Curse? I don't know. It's the Ghost type Curse. It's Ghost type Curse.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so yep, never mind. I understand.
It's just there to frustrate you to no end and chip down the opponent.
Yeah, I mean, a quarter HP is pretty big deal.
Yep. But if you want a more direct approach, you have Marshadow. It's holding an Expert Belt with the ability Technician. It also has max speed, but this time we're maxing out the attack as well, also with 4 HP EVs and a Jolly nature. And its moves are Spectral Thief, Shadow Sneak, Close Combat, and Rock Tomb if you want some speed control.
Marshallow's just good.
Yeah.
And Spectral Thief is really good against Zacians. So, yeah, just do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
He's just good. I don't know how to say it other than that. He's just good.
He's tiny, he's cute, and he's good.
Yeah, this team is just all kinds of everything. I'll let Sublime take the next 2.
Yeah, we gotta add some steel types other than Zacian. They said they wanted to play it a little different, so we're doing a Necrozma Dusk main with a weakness policy. And it's an impish nature, so we tanky. We got 252 HP, 140 into defense, and then 116 into speed. It's got Morning Sun for healing, and then it's a setup mon, because we got Dragon Dance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, with the weakness policy? Ooh. And then stab options. You got Sunsteel Strike and Psychic Fang.
I have to play a game in this format, because looking at this team, there's not anything that would, like, bulldoze or try to get, like, proc the weakness policy itself. This is for singles. Never mind, this is singles. So that makes sense. Yeah. Never mind, this is singles.
Just switch it into, you know.
You're just surviving while you Dragon Dance, and then you destroy everything.
Yeah.
This is a BSS
Hopefully,
team.
I don't know, maybe you switch it in when something gets a weakness policy, then you Dragon Dance when they switch out.
Oh, yeah. No, you just Dragon Dance, and you ask them to try to hit you in your prison armor, so you're taking 3/4 damage from a super effective attack anyway, so might as well.
Fun combo, yeah. True. And then we got Yveltal. Because we gotta have a Veltal.
Oh, yeah.
It's timid, with a life orb, full offense, 252 special attack, 252 speed, and then 4 in defense. Running the Oblivion Wing, which is, like, obligatory. Dark Pulse.
It's just the best flying type move in the game.
Why would you not? If you're taking Yveltal especially, why would you not?
Yes.
Taunt, and, this is a fun pick, Heat Wave. I feel like you usually see,
Sucker Punch.
Foul Plays.
Or foul play or sucker punch.
Foul plays, yeah. Foul play or sucker punch. So that's a fun choice, yeah. Purely special. Got your taunt. Ooh, we hate a taunt. Or we love it, too.
Well, it gives you an option. It gives you an option in the 1v1 against the Zacian, too.
Yeah, it's like, no, you're not doing that.
Yeah. All right, so we got 2 more, and they are the Weather Boys. We got Groudon, who is holding a Citrus Berry. It's got the Drought ability, obviously. 252 HP, because he's a bulky boy, 4 attack, 252 defense. Relaxed nature, so he's physically defensive. He just wants to go ahead, take some hints. Set up Stealth Rock probably early game, because he's got Stealth Rock. Thunder Wave to try to cripple some of your opponent's Pokemon and slow him down. Precipice Blades, because it's a Groudon, so why not? And Lava Plume, because that is probably one of the better fire-type attacks Groudon gets. You just get to control the weather, because weather control right now is just insane. And just changing it, especially with Dynamax, nothing makes sense. So Groudon does pretty decent here. Also, we have Kyogre, just in case you weren't feeling up to the sun, you could make it rain. Assault Vest with the Drizzle ability. 20 HP, 252 attack, 236 speed. I'm sure the 20 HP, or at least the 236 speed stat, is to outrun something very specific that I do not know. Modest nature, because we want to hit hard, because we're holding that Assault Vest. And so the idea is, I assume with this team, since we have Thunder Wave, Rock Tomb on a lot of things, is that you want to set up with those mons, and then you come in with something like your Kyogre, or with your Necrozma, and you just kind of clean up from there. And the idea is you can just click Water Spout with Kyogre, and then eventually just get down to Scald, Ice Beam, and Thunder, depending on what you're taking on from there.
Yeah.
This team for singles is kind of insane, and I'm kind of liking it.
Yes.
Man.
When else will you get to use this?
No, that's true. No. We probably won't be able to use this until 3 years from now, when they just bring it back in Scarlet and Violet anyway. This format's insane. This format's it's kind of a format I've been waiting for to some extent. I think what I've more specifically been waiting for in a format is not something where it's like the anything goes format, but more so something where it's 2 restricted, but those restrictions can include mythicals, because most mythicals are becoming demythicalized.
Yeah.
Because we've got Keldeo demythicalized, Deoxys demythicalized. I would argue Mew is demythicalized now.
Well, yes.
Same with
maybe Jirachi too. Yeah.
Same with Jirachi. I would argue they're both demythicalized now. So I'm all for demythicalization of Pokemon, because I think
I would say Manaphy too.
Yeah, Manaphy as well. Yes, you're correct. I especially love the way that like Manaphy and Deoxys were handled specifically. I think the way and Keldeo. I think the way they were handled specifically was very good.
Well, more so the first 2 definitely, but yes.
Yeah, I would argue that those. I'll take the Keldeo one. I'll take that.
It was cute. I'll take it.
But Yeah, just something that I wished we had instead, because I feel like that would be semi-balanced, or at least more so than what we have now. Where it's just like, yeah, the only non-legendary / mythical Pokemon on this team is Dragapult. Yeah.
Yeah.
And occasionally it's just a Mungus.
This does let you, like, express the little sweeper kid that is inside
Yes.
each one of us.
That's true, though.
But you know, you can only do that for, like, a few months every few years.
Yes.
Or it gets really boring.
I agree with you. All right, so if you want these Pokemon, at least some of them, I think some of them are already being given away on Patreon. Where you can go ahead and grab those on our Patreon. So be sure to check that out. Until next time, though, we are gonna kick it on over to the mailbag.
It's mail time! Send in your emails! Mail!
And welcome to the mailbag. The mailbag is the part of the show where you can email us at puclpodcast@gmail.com and email us with whatever the question was. Last week we did ask you again what you thought of Worlds and the competition that was there. So we're going to just go ahead and read a couple more of those emails. We got 2 more today. One is from British Gent, the other one is from Farmer Fox. So we're going to get to those today. And yeah, I'm very excited. Of course, this segment is always brought to you by the energy drink Green Toros, the energy drink that gives you hooves.
Hooves!
And as always, we'll give out the Green Taurus badge to anybody we deem worthy. So without further ado, let's jump right on in to British Gent's email.
Our dearest British gent says, Dearest Thatch and his co-hosts, Whimsicott and Sublime. Well, what a week. Worlds was fantastic, and a fair bit of info for the new games regards to battling. I won't talk about Worlds as you've heard enough about me in VC talking about it. Oh, come on, you could. But if I do ever get a chance to go to anything like this again, I'm going. Yeah, I can understand it.
It was great talking to him because like he 100% like got that same energy that we always get when we go to like NAIC. He just got that energy. He's just like, I loved it. I was just like, yeah, I can understand.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah. Making my Pokemon go, I'm so shiny. Yeah, it's the Moana song. He says, already my daughter sings it when she sees it. Yes, I kind of thought the same thing, to be honest. My mind went there immediately. When they go crystal is a great way to keep hidden power, but also to give that power a somewhat disadvantage possibly at the same time.
It does. It does give a disadvantage at the same time. 100%.
Look, this is exactly our argument.
That is 100% our argument for Ice.
I agree with you.
Let's face it, most people wanted HP Ice or Fire, but not that typing when facing certain Pokemon. As for the party hats, I'm not a great fan of them, but I do understand why they have done them. It's for the kids. Yeah, I guess you're right.
No, it's so you can get some kind of signifier to know what type the Pokemon is.
Yeah, but they could have made them a little less clunky, a little more elegant.
I just like to think of them as Philip Tracy hats. They're like haute couture hats, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They should have been a bit more stylish, I think.
What I really want from this is I either want them to sell me hats or I want to be able to buy, I want to be able to buy like just like little figurines of the hats.
No, I want us all to go to like NAIC with
yeah.
Ooh, I want the hats as rings.
Oh.
I still think like the best choice is like we're gonna get them in stupid TCG boxes and it's gonna be upsetting. That's my thought. That's my thought, and it's probably the most realistic, and I don't like that it is.
Yeah. My daughter knew straight away what it all meant when she saw the hats. It works. I think they are winning me over a little, but I'm not 100%. It also means I might have to start to learn how to make cardboard hats for my daughter to wear. You're gonna need a lot of glitter.
Yeah.
So much.
Yes. Yes. Very true.
As for our new starter bike mon, nice, like the teenage Axiomon. I'm gonna wait and see what the story. Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
I'm gonna wait and see. Yeah,
I just thought of it. Pro tip when you're making your giant cardboard hats, don't use glitter. Get the board or teachers use. They have like really reflective kinds.
Oh.
It looks exactly like Terralization.
Perfect.
And you don't have glitter all over your house.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's so
you're
much
not
better.
inhaling. Yeah. It'd be better for you.
Yeah. I'm going to wait and see what the story unfolds before I cast judgment. But so far, I'm leaning towards a Carbink / Diancie feel.
Yeah.
the new items look like they could be fun. I bet no one really remembers Utility Umbrella and what it does. It stops weather effects, so it stops Swim working. Oh, so it's like Cloud9 but an item. Yeah, I did forget what it does. You'd think it wouldn't see much use, and you'd be right. But in draft, it can be fun for switching into a Kingra. This is how I see some of these items going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only
absolutely.
3 more months to go. Well, 2.5 now, I would say.
Yeah.
How many more drops of info do you think we will see before the games come out? I would say 3 more. And he's saying 2 more.
I agree with the 2.
Okay.
I agree with the 2. I think we'll get like one right before release and like one either at the end of September or beginning of October.
I'm thinking one at the end of September, one towards the 20-ish of October, but it's going to be like a tiny one. And then one like a week before release.
I wish I was that hopeful.
I mean, they haven't given us.
Yeah, but they also did the same thing for like everything else in the recent history.
I think they gave us more for
They
Sword
keep
and
changing
Shield.
their mind about how much to give us, I think.
Yeah.
Right? They keep just doing
They
whatever.
did. They did actually give us more than Sword and Shield. But
You see?
Yeah?
Just
no.
doing everything.
You know, Sword and Shield gave us more. That's what I meant. Sword and Shield actually did.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Well, I mean, Sun and,
Like,
Sun
measurably.
and Moon gave us everything, right?
yeah, I like.
No,
I
it
like
didn't
that.
give us too much. I like that it didn't give us too much, but I mean, again, we are 10 weeks away, and we've seen maybe 10. I don't think we've seen 10.
No, we've seen 10. We've seen 10.
I've seen
10,
I
I
think
think.
we've
Exactly
seen
10.
10. Yeah,
We've seen
definitely.
Okay.
exactly 10.
Okay,
Or no,
so,
we've seen 3, 6, 9, 12, 13.
More than
We've seen
10.
13.
13. Okay.
We've seen 13.
Well, they're not very memorable then.
I mean, you think of the starters and legendaries, and that's like 5 right there.
I'm sorry that you don't believe in the power of Lechonk. That's all.
No, I adore Lechonk, but everything. I don't know that I can even say that I adore Lechonk. Like my love for Lechonk is like 85% based on its name.
Oh, I love
So,
Lechonk. I love Lechonk. I love Lechonk. The way I feel about Lechonk is the way that Shamu feels about Wooloo.
Oh, Shamu loves Wooloo. Shamu loves Wooloo.
Okay. Wow. That is a big statement right there.
Yeah, and the way that Shamu feels about Lechonk is the way that I feel about Wooloo.
Okay.
that is how I put it.
Wow. Okay. Well, right now my favorite of the whole bunch is Sprigatito, and I'm so terrified that it's going to evolve into something ugly.
Oh,
So-
it will. It's fine. That's what we're destined. I don't
Thank
know.
you for letting me know.
I mean, I haven't looked at leaks or anything, so.
Okay.
I mean, of the 3, I feel like it's the most likely to not be ugly, but that doesn't mean it won't be.
Yeah, I mean, there's no telling really. Yeah,
What if
anyway.
Quaxley goes from an ugly duckling to a beautiful
swan?
Yeah,
I thought
what if it
about
was
that
the
honestly.
Loki, like, secret stealth pick.
We legitimately
Yeah.
already had this as a Pokemon.
Oh, that's right, Ducklet and Swanna.
Yeah, but now it's a starter with an extra ugly duckling teenage stage.
I just want Quaxley to become Water Steel type.
Quaxley is kind of like, it's the kind of character I don't usually appreciate, but it's like I can see the appeal. Let's put it that way.
Yes, I agree with that. I'm choosing
Okay.
Fuecoco.
I
Sprigatito.
Oh, gosh.
For now.
I'm probably picking Sprigatito unless they reveal the final evolution and I
That
really
part.
hate it.
That part. Or if I really love one of the other final evolutions.
I think
I
Fuecoco.
guess.
I'm picking this solely on, I think, in terms of starters having the best candidate for having a fully evolved form that doesn't stand on its hind legs and can high five me before we face the Elite Four. Fuecoco is that Pokemon.
Fuecoco is already standing on its hind legs.
Fuecoco's already bipedal. You think it's gonna go to 4? You know, it could happen. Snivy went from 2 legs to 0.
Well, look at Snivy, look at Samurott. Like, I think I got it. I think Fuecoco is my pick for that.
I don't know.
The chances that they let a cute kitten stay on all 4 legs in the Pokemon franchise in modern Pokemon is very low, in my opinion.
I know. I'm so
But we
sad.
can keep hoping and keep being disappointed. It's an
Yes.
abusive
Yeah.
relationship we can't get
Yes,
out of.
yeah.
Exactly.
I really just want Pokemon that feel like monsters again. That's all I want.
Yeah.
That's really
You got one. It's a monkey.
Yeah.
And
Graphii.
great thing with
It's
its-
a
with its hand.
lemur monkey thingy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of monstrous.
I think
looking.
Titan's also pretty good. Titan's pretty good for that.
I hate it. I really hate it.
I have no
I
opinion
like
on
it.
it. So there you go. We have all three.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
All three
Titan.
opinions.
Well, they are evidently like spreading their effort across the various parts of the fan base.
Yes,
So
they're doing a good job.
it's good for them.
They're doing a good job, I guess.
Exactly. Okay, let's finish this email. Types of our bikes, I think, will be confirmed next. I would like that. Till then, the coast is calling, and the kids need a sandcastle making, and I need to learn how to make some new party hats. Till next time, the British gent.
All right. Well, thank you for that, British gent. Our next email is going to come to us from Farmer Fox.
Hey there, Puckle folks. Puckle folks. Farmer Fox writing in again after a long hiatus. I really need to get better at emailing you guys. A quick overview of what I've been doing in Pokemon. So I've been doing a couple of draft leagues to prepare for to come back for PDL next year. I gave TCT a go, but didn't make it to playoffs. Sorry, Thatch. I only lost one of my matches though, so whoop. And I've started to collect
I
every
We were on the same TTT
Taurus
team.
TCG card I can get. Now onto Worlds. I really enjoyed watching Worlds as there was nothing else going on that weekend. But seriously, it looked so fun and the matches were hype. I was disappointed I couldn't go, especially as the British Jet and I were planning on meeting up. I will just have to convince him to go to a regional next year. I may even think about competing as I have quite a bit during Sword and Shield. I will email again soon. Farmer Fox.
You should do that. Compete, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you live close enough to a regional and like you're a big enough Pokemon fan, I would just say do it.
You should just go. Oh my gosh, there's going to be one in my city next year. Come.
Oh, I know.
Everyone come. I'll be there.
That one's like on the maybe list right now. Because I am gonna do I'm gonna do the biggest run I've ever done for Pokemon this year, mostly because I'm an adult with money and I can.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's really the
literally
reason.
all it's ever
That's
been.
really the reason. Is just that I'm an adult and I have money, so I guess I could try. And so
Disposable income.
yeah. So I mean, it's also so a lot of them are pretty close to me too. Like they're reasonably close. There's I think the farthest one I'm planning on going to is either the one in Portland or the one in Arlington, Texas.
Mm.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to drive. I'll just fly.
I know. It's just
But-
Texas.
Yeah. The good news is they're having it in December, so theoretically it won't be hot. We can only hope.
I mean, listen, I grew up in Texas, and one of my strongest memories of Christmas is it being 82 degrees outside.
I can take 82.
Oh, wow.
I can handle 82.
On Christmas.
I can handle
82
82.
is not
It's
bad.
kinda sad.
I'm just saying. It
I-
don't get cold. Yeah.
I can handle 82. All right. Yeah. No, I'm excited. Yeah, I would suggest just doing it. Just do it. Like, just go. Worst case, just
do it.
go.
Nike, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. If you can.
They announced that all of the regionals too. They're going to have side events now too. So like all the side events that we know and love from NAIC are going to regionals.
We love the side events. Oh my gosh, we can build a deck everywhere. We can just play TCG
Yeah.
builders
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah. So it's very fun.
All right, you know what? Okay, so here's a thought. Just Green Tauros, throwing it out there.
Yeah.
They mentioned each other in the email, so I think it should be a twofer.
Yeah.
They actually did mention it.
They did, and it's really cute.
Well, Tom Foxley, Farmer Fox did, yeah.
Yeah, they both did.
Edit that out. Oops. Yeah. He's like, well,
I'll give it to
meet up with
both.
British Jen, and you did. You met up in the mailbag. You see?
There we go. We will put them there
Aw.
then. That works for me.
Yeah, I love that for them, especially because they're the only two. So there you go.
I'm into it. Let's do it. All right. You both get the
Yay.
Green Tauros badge. On top of that, though, if you want to email us next week, let us know what your top 5 and bottom 5 fairy types are, and why you disagree with us.
And why
we're-
Mr.
And
Mime
also
is the worst.
show some appreciation for the fact that I didn't try to shove Whimsicott into the top 5.
That is true. That is very true.
That took a lot of
I
self-restraint.
restrained myself.
It did.
Yes.
Oh god, imagine if they got us together for a grass type episode. We'd
Oh,
just
no.
Be like,
Ooh.
we'd just be like suffering the whole time. The whole time.
Oh, no. All right. Well, thank you for that. And then if you want to help support the show or keep up with us, best way to do it is first come over to our Discord server, puclpodcast.com. Keep up with us on social media over at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and now I guess TikTok. And then, of course, you can always find us over on our YouTube channel if you need more content. I don't think we have much more other than the episodes right now, but you could always go check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/puclpodcast. You can, of course, also follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/thepuclpodcast, where I stream a lot of Pokemon competitive on Tuesdays, and then we just play whatever the community feels like playing on Thursdays. I have a lot of fun doing that. I really just like hanging out with people, and it's a great way to hang out with like general Puckle. Additionally, you can also go ahead and help support the show. The best way to do that is to go to our Patreon at patreon.com/PoGoPodcast, where you can get shiny Pokemon, access to the breeder bot, and potentially very soon access to some new content. So we will check you out very soon over there. Thank you for everybody who listened today. We really appreciate it. And I have been Trainer Thatch.
I have been the Fluffiest Whimsicott.
And I remain Sublime.
And here in the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's closing time.
It's closing time.